Sagai Raj is with us for more. Sagai, we were just playing out a reaction from D.K. Shivakumar. As you told us, there was no, victory parade that took place, but the celebrations at the Chinnaswamy Stadium are still on, which to me, Sagai, is absolutely bizarre because that's meters away from where the stampede happened, from where 3 people have lost their lives, which you saw.
Absolutely, it is not even meter away. It is just a compound away from this particular place where 3 to 4 people have died, and the casualties might increase. As of now, the numbers is 3, and there are many people who have been shifted. In front of my eyes, I have seen. I'm eyewitness to that, where 3 to 4 people were unconscious. They were shifted here, and thereafter they have been taken to the hospital because they didn't have enough facilities here, because they could even only give a first aid treatment here, and that is the kind of situation here. And we pray to God that there should not be increasing numbers when it comes to the casualties. As of now, what we get to learn from officials is that only 3 people have been reported death, and many of them suffered injuries, and they have been shifted to the hospital. And as we speak now, D.K. Shivakumar just entered the stadium, and few other leaders have also reached the stadium. There are no communication, there are no intimation from the RCB if they will continue with the celebration, because as you rightly point out, it is bizarre. This is not even bizarre. You need to find another word in dictionary, because 3 people died who came here.
It's plain and simple, Sagai. It's not just bizarre. It's deeply insensitive. You could have given them a pass, an excuse if they didn't know about the stampede, but the confirmation has come from the Deputy Chief Minister himself that they know about the stampede, Sagai.
And they're going to face a lot of backlash for it. I think in the time to come, right now, everybody is busy with the celebration.
Absolutely.
But in the time to come, they will have to pay for it.
I was here. I was seeing everything.
Go ahead, Sagai.
Absolutely. It is a sea of crowd outside. It's a sea of fans outside the stadium. And the police tried their level best to control the crowd. They were around thousands of police outside. They tried them. There were barricades, and they had requested. There were
Thank you, sir. Okay.
Karnataka governor, we're going to get you that reaction. The Karnataka governor also, who briefly spoke to the media, we'll just play that out for you. Give us a few moments. But these are essentially the images coming in of D.K. Shivakumar, Siddaramaiah making their way out. The latest update is that D.K. Shivakumar is currently at the Chinnaswamy Stadium for the event, mind you. Not because a stampede broke out, which should have been the priority, ideally, that the government officials, the ministers are there, and that the event is called off. Instead, the team is reached, so have the ministers. They're going to be a part of this mega celebration, this mega event, acting as if nothing's happened, acting as if there's been no stampede, in which we've seen the loss of innocent lives, 3 lives that have been lost right now. Let's stand by and see if there's a reaction also that comes in from D.K. Shivakumar.
Of course, we'll listen into what he says. But, the attitude is coming across very clearly of how the Karnataka government is dealing with this. Because one thing is very clear, they are aware of what has happened. And we'll try and listen in from D.K. Shivakumar, but not really answering there while he's not confirmed the casualty figures.
See, the entire Karnataka is excited. We are very happy to all the Karnataka youngsters and all the section of the people, from old age to youngsters. They prayed, they loved, they gave their strength, and after 18 years long, we could succeed. And I would like to congratulate Mr. Kohli, who stood like a rock for this. His loyalty to Karnataka has paid royalty. He has given his heart, he has given his love, he has given his youth and all his strength to the success. I hope this will be the beginning, and days to come, the years to come, we are going to achieve the same cup remains with RCB.
They're coming in on the casualty figures on the Stampede, and they decide to continue with the celebrations as is. Akshata, this is deeply concerning, and questions that are going to come out in full swing to the Karnataka government. What do you really make of it? Because one thing is very clear, that they are aware of what is happening. The information has certainly reached the Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister and the Chief Minister that there have been casualties, but they say that they will go on with the celebration as is. The team has already reached there. Let's once again play out that response coming in from D.K. Shivakumar.
So there are many reports of death, sir.
No, still not yet. I have not got any official information. I hope nothing has happened, but let me check and I'll come back to you.
Okay, so he says he doesn't have official information. What does one make of that, Akshata? Because we have been reporting it, and clearly it is hard to believe that DKS has not been informed about it, or the top ministers have not been informed about it. It is out there. 3 lives are lost, Akshata.
It reeks of insensitivity. Sure, the Deputy Chief Minister may not have the exact figures of the casualties or those who've been injured, but he very much knows there's a stampede. That's been clear with the statements that he's given, that yes, an incident has happened. The numbers I'm not sure of just yet, but it reeks of insensitivity that the administration, the government is well aware that a tragedy has played out, irrespective of the numbers. It doesn't matter if it's 1, 2, 3, 5. If there's even one casualty that's been reported, you should be putting a halt to the celebrations. Instead, you're continuing with the celebrations right now. 3 deaths have been reported outside the Chinnaswamy Stadium. And as Sagai put it, it's not meters away. This is just one wall away from the celebration. So while you're hearing cheering and hooting, mind you, there are 3 families who are mourning the loss of their loved one who were supposed to be there celebrating as well. So, we're not going to say it's mismanagement. But having said that, at this point, the way the government has reacted to it is extremely insensitive. Yes, Harsh?
I just want to highlight something, that had happened equally tragic perhaps, and it happened in the year 2010. It happened right outside the very stadium we're talking about. It was an IPL match that had to take place between RCB and Mumbai Indians. There were 2 low-intensity blasts that took place.
Yeah.
There were 8 people who suffered injuries,
that, yeah.
but the match went on. The match went on. Yes, of course, there was an inquiry that took place. But even then, I remember that match, it got delayed a bit, but the match still went on. So there have been times, again, at that time.
It also speaks of the priorities of the government and what really matters. Because again, we say that we all were celebrating together. In fact, I believe that it's not just Karnataka, the entire country is celebrating this victory just on the scale that it is, and the very fact that, like we've said, that it is Virat Kohli who enjoys such fanfare, he enjoys that fandom, that, the very fact that he's backed this victory after 18 years, the entire country is watching. So this is a victory that is not just restricted to Karnataka, but the priorities of the state government have to be very clear. And here, there are 3 lives lost. Again, like we've been talking, and we've literally seen the situation transpire in the live visuals that have come in the last 2 hours. We've seen how the crowds were climbing over each other, how the police was having a tough time.